Hi, I'm Sohail B. Ali and I welcome you all to Rose Rubaru. Please hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I post a new video. हर नार्सिसिस्टिक रिलेशनशिप में गैसलाइटिंग बहुत ही कॉमन होता है। अब आप सोचेंगे कि गैसलाइटिंग होता क्या है। एक तरह से ये एक नार्सिसिस्ट की मैनिपुलेशन स्ट्रैटेजी होती है, जहां अपनी हरकतें छुपाने के लिए अपनी हरकतों की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ना उठानी पड़े, इस वजह से वो सारा इल्ज़ाम आपके ऊपर लगा देते हैं। वो ये कहने लगते हैं कि आप इनसिक्योर हो, आप ओवर इमोशनल हो, आप ओवर रिएक्ट कर रहे हो, आप बात का बतंगड़ बना रहे हो। अब ऐसे में आप कंफ्यूज हो जाते हो, क्योंकि आपको लगता है कि आप तो अपने दिल का हाल, अपना दर्द अपने पार्टनर को बता रहे थे, ये सोचकर कि वो इस बात को समझ जाएंगे। लेकिन नहीं, एक नार्सिसिस्ट ये कभी नहीं करेगा। एक नार्सिसिस्ट सिर्फ अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी से बचेगा, भागेगा और सारा इल्ज़ाम आपके ऊपर लगाएगा। एक हेल्दी पार्टनर अपनी हरकतों की जिम्मेदारी उठाएगा, उसके कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस चाहे जो भी हो वो उनके साथ डील कर लेगा। लेकिन एक नार्सिसिस्ट ऐसा कभी नहीं करेगा। In psychology, there's a term to explain this known as DARVO. So DARVO is the acronym for the manipulation tactic which is used by a narcissist in order to gaslight their partner when all you're trying to do is to hold them accountable for their actions. D stands for deny. They defend themselves by denying that they've done anything wrong. A stands for attack, where they attack you for being over-emotional, overreacting and being oversensitive. R stands for reverse victim, where they now play the victim card and say that they've been victimized all along and all the wrong that has happened with them and not with you. In the process, you are now made into O, which stands for offender, and you're the one on whom all the blame now rests. Through this entire narcissistic gaslighting process, you start feeling trivialized, you start feeling shaken, broken, brutalized, edgy, and you don't know what to do. You start losing your sanity, but understand that this is not your fault. Now that you know what gaslighting is, and you know this tactic is used by every narcissist in every relationship at some point or the other, what is now important to understand is how you deal with them. In order to deal with the gaslighting narcissist, the first thing that you've got to do is to shut down their narrative. They would have their own narrative about the situation. You've got to shut that down. You've got to reclaim your power, reclaim the truth by telling them that you stick to your authentic and real version and not fall for what they are trying to present to you, what they are trying to feed you. Secondly, once you've realized that a gaslighting narcissist is not going to take accountability for their actions, you have to expose this tactic where they run from responsibility and shut down the conversation. You have to ensure that you do not discuss this any further. Thirdly, you've also got to shut down the overthinking gaslight. Like I just mentioned, a narcissist would obviously always blame it on your overthinking and your oversensitivity. If you fall for this, if you start questioning yourself, which is what they want, that would be a win for the narcissist because their manipulation would have thrived. What you have to do is to tell them that I am not confused. I just don't agree with what you're trying to feed me. Lastly, never repeat yourself beyond a certain point with a narcissist, because a narcissist loves tiring you out when you keep repeating what you're trying to say. You get exhausted in this process, wondering why is it so difficult for them to understand something that you've been trying so hard to explain to them. But remember, it's just not difficult. They just do not want to understand. This is a very important thing that you need to understand if you're going through a narcissistic relationship or if you're married to a person who is a narcissist. It's always important to understand and identify patterns, identify the way they behave, identify the way they avoid accountability, and then realize that there are these 4 ways of dealing with them. Because if you don't deal with it now, it's going to affect your mental health in the long run, and then it's going to be difficult for you to reverse. So you don't want to do this to yourself. You want to take action before the damage gets way too much. If you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.